Tariq Radio, like and subscribe. Tariq Radio, like and subscribe.
We gotta comb through everything with a fine-tooth comb. Let's get Hamdu. I've seen you on here before, Hamdu, right?
Yeah, what's going on, Flex?
What's going on? Some of y'all be looking familiar, but I talk to so many people I forget. Are you the East African dude?
Yeah.
There you go. What's on your mind?
I just had like three things, man. The first one was, yeah, I don't understand how the DNC they want black men to vote so bad for them. Like, is and the other thing I wanted to ask was, what's the thing about your YouTube? Because I subscribed and then they unsubscribed me.
Man, I
And
don't. Okay, subscribe again. YouTube plays games with my channel, man. My channel
yeah,
is like stuck at the same like 245,000 subscribers. It's just been stuck there for years. I'm supposed to have over 1 million subscribers, man.
yeah.
You
The other thing I wanted to ask was, what's the where do you stand on your live being posted on YouTube? Because I see a lot of it, and I want to ask if
Yeah, I don't like people posting my lives, and I take them down if I see them. I do take them down if I see them. But yeah, YouTube, the thing is, man, YouTube is real funny style with my channel. When you have like 100,000 subscribers, there's an award YouTube is supposed to give you. There's like people who got 100,000 subscribers, you get an award. You get 200,000 subscribers, you get another award. It's like a silver, gold, platinum. So I'm supposed to get a couple of awards from YouTube, and they just refuse to give them to me. They own some, yeah, well, we reserve the right to not give certain people their award because the content might be controversial and whoop-de-whoop. So they just did some I might not say so, didn't want to give me the awards for my milestones for having so many grassroots subscribers. And they play games with my numbers. I'm supposed to have been way over 1 million subscribers. Yeah, because my videos get millions of views, and they mess with the view count. And y'all saw the other night when I was on live. I was on live, and we had 85,000 people listening live. And then they start fudging the numbers once I got off because when you're on live, you really can't fake numbers. I don't think you can fake numbers when you're on live. So then they start fudging with the numbers afterwards. So they um Black content creators like myself who's really, really about empowering the Black community and giving a lot of good information for all people. My priority is the Black community, particularly the foundational Black American community. But I do wish to give great information, and I want to see progress for all. But when you are a Black person who gives real good information and you're not buffooning it up, because the Black folks that they have on YouTube that they let get 5, 10 million subscribers of Black folks just doing dumbass stuff, the gamers and dudes doing goofy pranks, and you got to be on that, just doing dumbass skits all the time. That's what they prioritize. They want you to be silly and dumb. And you know what? I'm not going to knock those guys. I'm not going to knock them, because if there's Black guys out here and you're getting your paper, knock yourself out. If you ain't out here in the streets, whatever, that's fine. Because my kids be watching some of that stuff. That's who their audience is. When you see a lot of these YouTubers just doing real dumb stuff and silly stuff, it's silly and dumb to us, but to small kids, that shit is funny. My son Mateo will just be laughing his ass off at these goofy dudes. That's who that audience is. They know that small children like to see goofy stuff. So, my platform is educational and entertaining. You're gonna walk away with some kind of knowledge, with some kind of uplifting when you walk away from the platform, when you listen. So they try to suppress those numbers, but a lot of people have told me that they've been unsubscribed. You understand? Yeah, your numbers just don't sit at one thing just for years. So everybody, Listen, if you're listening now, could you go to my YouTube channel, Tariq Radio? Everybody go and subscribe. Everybody go to and subscribe at once. Go there and subscribe. Let me get some people in here. Gavin, well, let's get Gavin in the building. Gavin the Great. Well, where you at, Gavin? Let's get Gavin the Great in the building. Gavin the Great. We're gonna get Gavin and everybody. If you're ready to get on, let's raise your hand if you're ready to get on. If you are ready to get on, raise your hand. All right, Gavin, you ready? All right, let's get Evan in the building. Gavin ain't saying nothing.
Oh
Let's
yeah,
get
I'm here.
oh,
I'm
that's
here.
Gavin. We'll get you next, Gavin. What's up, brother?
Hello, everybody. I hope everyone can hear me right now.
Yes,
Yeah.
Gavin.
I just want to say that the Democratic Party is in a panic.
Oh yeah.
This wasn't supposed to happen at the last minute.
Oh yeah.
Less
Mhm.
than 3 weeks away from the election, and Kamala's campaign is going down the drain. They're in a panic.
Yeah.
So she sent Barack Obama, who she felt, and not just her, the party sent Barack Obama to chastise black men and reel them back in.
Mm.
You see, prior to this, Obama had never faced backlash from black men. This
Yeah.
is the first time ever
Mhm.
that Barack Obama has faced backlash from black men. So the party thought, we'll just send Barack to handle the black men, Kamala. You keep campaigning doing what you're doing. I'm sure he'll get black men back where they need to be. It backfired. And Barack Obama and the Democratic Party got a rude awakening. Obama doesn't have the pull that he had in 2012.
Right.
And he found that out for the first time. And it actually made it worse because black men felt that Barack was talking down to them.
Yep.
If you're voting for anyone other than Kamala, you must not be smart enough. You must not be politically astute. You must be sexist. Because why wouldn't you vote for Kamala?
Mm-hmm.
And so he was basically his tone. We had never seen Barack have that type of tone before
Yeah.
because the party was in a panic.
Mm-hmm.
And so now what has happened is for the first time in my lifetime, and I think for the first time ever, if I'm wrong, please correct me. But the first time, definitely for the first time in my lifetime, blacks are looking at other options when it comes to their vote. I have never in my lifetime seen this many blacks switch and vote for the Republican ticket.
Yeah.
This is the first time in my lifetime. And I'm so glad that black people are waking up. I've been saying this for years, and I'm not that old, but I've been saying this my whole lifetime. Blacks have been voting Democrat for the last 60 years, and where has it gotten us?
Mm.
Where
Nowhere.
has it gotten us?
Mm.
We've been singing this same song over and over and over again. And where has it gotten us? And I always tell people who cape for Kamala, and it's mainly black women caping for Kamala, I'm going to be honest. Ask yourself this simple question: are we better or worse as a nation after the Biden Harris administration?
Mm.
Are we, it's really simple. It starts there. Are we better as a nation or worse as a nation after Biden and Harris? And we're not, we're worse. We're letting illegal immigrants come in thousands by the day. Do y'all realize this?
Mm-hmm.
We're giving these people $2,000 a month for grocery and housing, and we have homeless Americans on the street.
Yeah.
And some of these people that we're giving these funds to, they ran up over here because they were actually criminals in their native countries.
Yep.
We're not background checking. They could have been serial rapists over there, found their way into America, and they're getting paid to buy groceries and they're getting free housing.
Mm.
That's what Biden and Harris have done.
Yeah.
And so when I speak to black women, and I'm not chastising black women who support Kamala Harris. I've heard black women on Clubhouse say this, because we talk about this on Clubhouse all the time.
Yeah.
Well, I'm voting for her because she's black.
Lord.
Now, my main problem with that, let's start there. She's Indian and Irish. She's not black. Let's
Mm-hmm.
start there. She's not black. And her race shouldn't matter. But it does matter because she's cosplaying and she's letting black women run with that narrative because she needs their vote.
Yeah.
And so when I ask black women, so you're voting for her just because she's black, do you care about her policies? Black women, most black women that I run into can't even give me a single policy of hers
Not
that they
one.
approve of. They don't even know what Gaza is.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even care about the border. They know that their groceries are too high, but because they think they can elect the first black female president into office, that's all that matters. Maybe she'll have Beyonce at the inauguration and it'll turn into a Beyonce concert. Won't that be great?
Mm. Mm-hmm. Man.
She had a rally down here in Atlanta. And I don't know if you guys remember that. What did she do? Well, it's hot Atlanta. So she figured, I don't have to do much. I'll have Megan Thee Stallion come on and shake her ass cheeks across the stage for the first hour. I'll have Quavo standing up there, and that'll be enough for those blacks in Atlanta.
Mm.
She played
Mm-hmm.
in our faces.
Yep.
But here's the thing, I blame us. Because we've been voting Democrat no matter what. We've been loyal to the party no matter what. Barack Obama did the bare minimum to get our votes, all because he was tinted.
Yeah.
And so what you do is you find out that black men are not supporting Kamala. And you find out that that's going to be a problem. And you find out you only have 3 weeks to fix it. So we'll send Obama. Let me tell you something about Obama. I don't speak on behalf of all black men or all black people. I'm just one.
Right.
This is my opinion about Barack Obama. Are y'all ready for it?
Go
Here
ahead.
it go. It may hurt some of y'all. Barack Obama is not like me. Barack Obama came out of the womb of a 100% white woman.
Mm-hmm.
And after he exited that white woman's womb, he was raised by his two white grandparents. And then he ended up going to Harvard. So, what experience? When did Barack have the black experience? How is he any different from Donald Trump?
Mm.
Because he's tinted? That's it.
Yeah.
How is he any different from Donald Trump? How is he any different from Joe Biden? And when he addressed those black men in that room, when he said, I came here to talk to the brothers, and I looked at him and I said, this don't feel right coming out of his mouth for some reason.
Right. Right.
He said, I came to talk to the brothers. Well, who taught you to be a brother?
Mm.
Was it your white mom? Was it your white grandmother that raised you? Was it your white grandfather who raised you? Did you learn it at the white schools you went to? Did you become a brother at Harvard? Or did you become a brother when you started to date Michelle? I'm trying to figure it out. Did she help
Mm.
you become a brother? He ain't like us either, and we fell for it. What
Mm.
did he do for black people?
Not a damn thing.
He did more. He did a lot for gays.
Mm-hmm.
He did a lot for gays. But what did he do for us? What did he do for black people? Nothing. We fell for it twice. We reelected him.
Mm-hmm.
We fell for it twice. So The Democratic Party this time around assumed that we'd keep, they assumed they had our vote. And we told them this time you don't. This is the first time.
Yeah.
They're in a panic over there. You do realize that, right?
Mm-hmm.
This has never happened in my lifetime. I'm 39. I'll be 40 next month. In my lifetime, this has never happened.
Mm.
And so now the good thing that's come out of this, we have taught the Democratic Party, you don't automatically have our vote anymore.
Yes.
That no longer works with us. It stops here. You have this woman, and I don't know who's been telling her to do these interviews. Because the 60 Minutes interview was not good.
Nope.
And the one on Fox News was 10 times worse.
Mm-hmm.
And so what they've done, she didn't do a single thing for the Democratic nomination. It was given to her by default. What vote did she receive? Who voted her in? Nobody. She got it by default because of Joe Biden's declining health. Let's be real. Am I wrong?
You 100.
She didn't receive a single vote for that nomination.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, when Joe Biden did that debate, that hideous debate with Donald Trump, we all remember that night, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it was clear, it was evident to us all, oh, Joe Biden can't go on anymore. We all knew that when we watched that, right?
Oh
That
yeah.
was clear. He can't go on anymore. And they panicked. And then it was, let's just give it to Kamala.
Yeah.
That's what they did.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a woman who did nothing for the nomination, just other than being the VP of a man who was going through dementia. Let's be real. And so she sat up here and she identified as an Asian American woman for 59 years of her life. And then in July, she became what? A sister?
Mm.
That's why I call her cosplaying Kamala.
Yeah.
And so then all of the AKAs say, oh, but she's an AKA and she went to Howard in DC. She's black. Well, after having line sisters and joining the AKA sorority and going to Howard for 4 years in undergrad, she still goes home to a white man each night and her two lily white stepchildren.
Mm.
And I'm gonna drop my mic right there.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna end right there.
Man, Gavin, you cook, brother. You cooked, Gavin. Shout out to Gavin. Y'all need to follow Gavin. Let me follow this brother. This brother's cooking. Hold on. I just followed him. Y'all follow this brother. Shout out to Gavin. Y'all give Gavin a round of applause. Thank you so much, Gavin. Gavin Cook right there, bro. I followed that brother. I gave him a follow. Y'all better follow it. T.S. Giselle is giving a thumbs down. T.S. Giselle didn't like that. T.S. Giselle threw the dildo at the phone. T.S. didn't like that. Gavin cooked. No, he cooked. That brother spoke truth to power. Oh man, the thing where he touched on Obama, the backlash family, them wheeling Obama out to reprimand black men, well, they didn't know that was going to backfire on them. That backfired majorly. They didn't expect black folks to speak out against Obama so publicly, all on social media, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. Everybody's like, who the hell is Obama talking to? Because you got to understand the culture. In foundational Black American culture, if there's a paternal figure that's going to reprimand the masses, we don't mind somebody giving us some hard line advice or a reprimand if it's balanced with them actually helping us. Obama did not help Black society. That man sat here and participated in the benign neglect. He ignored our needs. He didn't punish no race soldiers for harming us, didn't give us no tangibles, but he sat here creating the DACA program for all of these non citizens, giving resources to the LGBT, just giving our money and resources to everybody. He was a front man for white supremacy. So he didn't do anything for us. So he's not going to swing back around years later wagging his finger talking about, well, my legacy lets me say what I need to say to you. I just want to talk to the brothers. I don't like what you're doing. Like, nigga, get your little old lanky mustache on somewhere. No, you don't get to circle back wagging your finger. No, you have to do something. Now, if you wag your finger to the black community, if you want to be daddy, well, you got to be a dad that's there. You can't be an absentee father, then come and whoop ass and then leave for 20 years. No. If you had an absentee father and he shows up one day and say, I'm about to whoop you if you don't get your grades right. I'm like, Dad, I'll whoop your ass up in this yard, Dad. You don't come around. You ain't helped me. You ain't threw the football with me. You ain't helped me ride a bike. You didn't help me tie my shoe. You didn't help me with my homework. You didn't do anything. You want to come around and reprimand? No, it don't work like that. You see? So yeah, he tried to play the paternal figure, but he hadn't been doing his paternal duties. So it don't work like that. Because yeah, we in black society, if somebody's being critical and being hard on us or whatever, we'll take it if you have a track record of doing something. Like Dick Gregory, for example. Now, as Dick Gregory got older, y'all know how Dick Gregory was. Dick Gregory used to curse everybody out. But the thing is, let me tell you something about Dick Gregory. Dick Gregory was a rider. Dick Gregory has done a lot for the black community. He was out there heavy in the civil rights movement. Dick Gregory was a rider all of his life. I mean, you had the feds and they were trying to kill Dick Gregory in the 70s. You understand? This man put his life on the line. So Dick Gregory he spent just decades doing a lot for the black community, speaking up for the black community, speaking up for black issues. So he was a lifelong rider. So when he gets older and starts cursing everybody out, everybody, all right, we'll take that, because you've seen them interviews he do, and it was funny. Dick Gregory be going off the deep end, and you're not going to check him. What you going to ask Dick Gregory? You don't say nothing. Like, you're doing an interview with him, and like, so Dick Gregory, how do you feel? You knew Michael Jackson. How do you feel about that? How you gonna ask me something like that? You don't know nothing. You're not qualified to ask me nothing like that. Because we all know Michael Jackson got killed by laser beams. Like, okay, laser beams? Shut up. You don't know what the hell you talking about, nigga. You don't know. You interviewing me. It's all a game. It's all a game. All of these people twerking, shaking their booty. That's where the doo-doo is, in your booty. I'm like, what? Okay. Okay, Dick. All right, all right. So we're not going to check him. Yeah, he's going to say something crazy. He's going to say some off the wall stuff, but that's Dick Gregory. He's a rider. So, we respect him. So, yeah, you can get away with going off on us if you have a track record of doing something. Barack can't do that. You can't do that. You don't have a track record for being a rider. So sit your ass down somewhere. Brother Evan, how are you, bro?
I am doing well. How about yourself?
I'm good, Mr. Evan. Now, where you from, sir?
I am speaking from our capital, Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C. Are you in politics out there, sir?
I am not, no.
Okay. Are you in law enforcement out there?
No, I am not. I work in just regular business consultant out here, and soon I'll be going to business school full time to get my MBA. And later down the line, I definitely have an interest to run for office, maybe in my late 30s, early 40s. We'll see what happens.
Oh,
But
yeah, that's the lick right there, man. Now, how old are you now?
I am 27.
Okay, you're young. Okay, okay. Now, what's on your mind, brother?
Well, I just want to say, I mean, classically, I'm more of a blue dog Democrat or a conservative Democrat, and unfortunately, this candidate who the Democrats have propped up is just not it for me, I'll say.
Right, right.
And there are many reasons I believe she's too socially progressive. Economically, I just disagree with a lot of her plans, and I've found a lot of her plans to be pandering at the last minute to garner votes from black men specifically, in
Right.
particular young black men like myself. And I just have to say that the identity politics have just gone too far. I mean, I'm sure that others on this call have experienced their frustration with this,
Yeah.
but I have just not been handling the blowback well of not being a Kamala supporter as a young black male. And for whatever reason, I mean, at times it just gets to my psyche. Like, I know I'm black. I've got black parents. I've got black siblings. But these Kamala shills will not take you in as being a black man just because you won't vote for their cupcake nominee.
Right.
And I'm just curious as to maybe you, Reek, as a black man, or others on this call, respond to those ignorant comments like that, that you must support Kamala Harris or you are not black, or that as a man you are a sexist or misogynist despite listing out
Yeah. See, the
reasonable issues. Oh, I'm sorry, Reek.
Go ahead. I was going to answer the question. Yeah, when you hear people say that, usually they are Democratic shills. Whenever they try to go into those blatant shaming tactics, like, oh, if you don't support Kamala, oh, you must be misogynistic. These are people who are like on the payroll of some kind of um think tank or something like that. So you got to watch some of these people. You see a lot of that online. There's a lot of these people who make these bad faith arguments. Listen, you tell people it's perfectly fine and it's perfectly in your right and our right to ask for policies and to get clear answers on these policies and let people know that we're not beholden to any policy or to any candidate or to any political party. We have a right. They got this thing where black people are supposed to be the property of the Democrats. And we let them know we're not doing slave deals. We're going to vote in our best interests, what's going to help us collectively. We're not going to vote for personalities. We're going to vote for policies and not personalities, because people like to talk about Trump's personality, but Trump's policies, they haven't harmed us. The Democrats' policies are harming us. So I don't want people to think that just because the candidate comes down and talks about cooking greens and collard greens and cornbread and all that, that we're going to support them based on their janky personality, but their policies are horrible. So we have to think about self-preservation. So there's nothing wrong with that. So we're not going for the shaming tactics. And by the way, Evan, where's your family from? You,
From Texas. That's where I was born and raised.
okay, you said both of your family, both of your parents are black?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
both are. I
Okay.
just came out a bit lighter than my brother, but you know, it is what it is.
Oh, are there any immigrants in your family? They immigrate from anywhere?
No, no, I guess what they call an FBA. Been here for generations. I'm a fourth generation Texan.
Good, good, good. Are your parents school teachers or one of them a school teacher?
My mom is actually a high school principal, and my dad, he works in pharmaceutical sales.
Got it. Got it. Yeah, I can tell like a teacher because they because my mother worked for the phone company, so, and she's from the South, and a lot of people don't believe that I was raised in the South because I don't really have a Southern accent. That's because my mother worked in a job where you had to speak very articulately. So yeah, yeah, I knew your parents. Somebody had to be a teacher in the family, but that's good, man. I like to see you doing your thing. A young cat just on the right path. We need to see more young cats like yourself, brother.
Appreciate that. I do just have a quick follow up question, if that
Go
is
ahead.
all right.
Go ahead.
You know, oftentimes I do stick with policy over anything personal. You know, I never like attacking Kamala, Trump, whoever it is. I love to stick with the policies that a candidate is proposing. And what flusters me when speaking to these Kamala shills is that they will always say, via an online or to your face, that, well, she's only vice president. But I would argue that she has actually had a significant amount of power as VP, you know, being the tie breaking vote on many Senate bills, as
Yes.
well as being comfortable with President Biden getting rid of all of Trump's immigration policies to flood our country with low skilled workers who indeed I believe are harming blue collar black men and are depressing their wages. And so
Yeah.
how do you follow up with that if someone says, or as people typically say, you know, well, she's only VP and she's not really had a chance to do much, but I mean, she legislatively has, right? Can I say that?
Absolutely. She absolutely does. And thank you for the call. She absolutely does, man. She's the vice president. You're second in command. So yeah, you have the power to influence a lot of policies that are pushed. She damn sure had a lot of influence on some of that Asian hate crime bill stuff. She has a lot of influence when she's stepping up and campaigning for LGBT issues. She's loud and proud about that. You understand? Her hands aren't tied for that. Whenever it comes to us, all of a sudden, well, she can't do nothing. Her hands is tied. Give me a break. You can get out there and say something. They've been in office for 4 years. Kamala Harris ain't said nothing for black issues in office. Miss me with that. What has Kamala said in the last 4 years that she's been in office as VP about black issues specifically that's going to help us? What she said was what she ain't going to do for black people. But she is loud and proud about immigration, about Hispanics, about LGBT, all of these other issues. They're very loud and proud about that. So I don't want to hear about that. Oh, just the VP. Her hands is tied. There's only so much he can do. Stop.
Hi, I'm Mateo. Do you want to learn about Hidden Heroes? Hidden Heroes from A to Z is a cool book that tells the stories of amazing black heroes you might not know about. You'll meet inventors, you'll meet explorers, and leaders who change the world. It's fun, inspiring, and you can learn so much. Get your copy now at hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Let's discover our hidden heroes together.